Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. What's going on, y'all? This your boy Casey Fell King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Listen, I know y'all heard the rant around the world around the IWC. Your man's had to go in. I had no choice. I couldn't hold back. Y'all know y'all get the realest of the real. I don't care if I go off sounding like I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I gotta tell y'all the bold-faced truth. But tonight's AEW Dynamite, a solid show. I can't believe it. I stand to be corrected. Tony Khan must have heard me going in on the situation. I just knew this young man was going to get the victory. It's his debut. Somehow, some way, this young man right here named Swerve Strickland found the way to get the victory. And I was shocked. I'm serious. That's sad. The fact that we know Swerve, we've been watching Swerve for a long time, yet already had it penciled in that he was losing. Why? Because we've been conditioned to see him lose on a regular basis. So I said, well, if he gonna keep losing and this young man just pulling up, you know they got to put this young man over. Tony Khan said, no, we're gonna make sure that Swerve do work. And this Nick Wayne cat, young man got problems. He has some serious problems. I'll talk about this matchup when I get there. Now I'm gonna talk about it. So before I get deep into the review, my DVR did not record everything because out this way we had a tornado warning. So it was it was raining, then it stopped, then it started raining, then it stopped, then everybody got tornado warning. It was like a tornado warning. I was over there by the airport and everything, and so I said, you know what, let me try to get home. So I came in like right after the first 30 minutes of the show was already done, but our DVR didn't record everything. Like, it recorded it, but it was like the TV was all messed up because of the rain and everything, messing with the doggone dish or whatever you want to call it. But overall, Dynamite was a solid show. Was it better than last week? No. But it was a solid show. It was reasonable. It was tolerable. I'm trying to tell you, out of all the shows that came on this week so far, this was the best show, even with it being not as great. However, We got some big things that took place on this show that I gotta say, man, from the tag team match right here to this young man versus him to these two young ladies doing work to what we getting ready to get in the Blood and the Guts. I mean, listen, all of that carried the show for me. It carried the show. We're going to break down everything from Kota Ibushi pulling up to Pac returning finally. Pac has made his return. I'm like, man, it's been a long time coming. Man, we got some stuff to talk about. Now, the very first matchup, I can't tell you about it. I didn't see it. I don't know nothing about it. I heard it was just a okay match. It wasn't the best. But obviously, you know dang well Jericho wasn't losing. So, after the matchup, Don Callis came out there. And Don Callis basically told him about he's going to be potentially joining the family. And he went back in time with him and this other cat, that the three of them, because it was three. His name was Bad News Allen. They all used to work together. This is from 1995. And this is when Don had hair. And he said Bad News is smiling down from heaven right now. But he said he would have put more pressure on Chris to join the family. And he said he can't wait for him to tell him exactly when he eventually joins the Don Callis Association. That's what I'm calling it. But Jericho just looked at him and just walked off. So then we got Jungle Boy and Hook. This time Jack Perry is actually in the car and Hook has got him or something like that. And apparently he's still trying to chase him down and all this stuff. So that's basically what they're doing. Is they're trying to keep people interested. I didn't see it. It sounded like this somewhat of the same that we got the previous weeks. Hey, when they get in the ring, I guess that's what TK waiting on, but we'll see. I didn't see the segment. Like I said, I'm telling you all the stuff I didn't see. So it is what it is on that. So then backstage, Renee Paquette was talking with Don Callis again about Jericho joining the group. And he said, I can't wait to go out here to let everybody know who is the fifth member. But I'm going to tell you this. I ain't nobody afraid of that circus clown, Kenny Omega. But I'll tell everybody who finna join us later on tonight. Then we got some footage. The two men that are carrying dynamite on the back of their hands, Adam Cole and MJF, chilling at the bar, trying to bond, trying to get together. Max talked about he still got the flu and that he don't know if he gonna be able to go, but he said, I'm good, I can wrestle. Then he asked him where his shirt was. He said, hey, I lost it, man. I can't find it. And so then next thing you know, these four beautiful girls walk past, and MJF wanted Adam Cole to creep, and Adam Cole said, come on, Max, you know dang well I can't do that. You know I got Britt back at the crib. You know I love her. That's my lady. Come on. He's like, man, well, more for me. Next thing you know, MJF go run with the ladies, run off. So then Cole just sitting there, and then next thing they know, they come back. Now they talk about potentially hopping on some video games and doing all that. So they said, man, you know dang well I ain't finna be playing no video games, all that stuff. The two of them get to playing the games, and they show themselves as the doggone tag team. And then MJF said, you know what, man, this is pretty cool. And next thing you know, man, they start clowning. I mean, they get the clowning left and right. And then they going against who? FTR. And they said, you know what? They paused the game. And they said, what if we actually take this tag team thing serious? Because when we first got put together as a tag team, I didn't even think that we can coexist at all. Like, I had no desire to think that this was going to work. And what do you think? You think we can go through with it? Well, guess what? On the game, they beat the snot out of FTR and they won the tag team championships. Now, y'all know dang well that's not happening in real life. They not. So more than likely, they're going to keep this thing going for a long time because it's working. It's absolutely working. I say they carrying the show right now. The two of them, they're carrying it on their backs. The two of them are carrying this show on their backs, man. Like, look, kudos to Adam and kudos to MJF, man. They doing their thing. Doing their thing. So then right after that, we got the next matchup. This is the next blind eliminator tag team tournament semifinals. This is Darby Allin, OC, versus Daniel Garcia and Sammy G. This was a decent matchup, but everybody wants to know what the heck happened. All right, so these clowns, are tearing each other up, they're beating the snot out of each other. But then doing it out of nowhere, here come Prince Nana. I'm like, well, what Prince Nana want? So he come out there, and they see them trying to grab the doggone skateboard. He pulled it out and all this stuff. Now, ain't nobody paying no attention to the other guy coming in out of nowhere. Who was that? Swerve came out of nowhere and kicked Darby all up in the head. And DG and Sammy took advantage of it, and they won. And so I was like, you know what? Right there told me, okay, if Swerve just cost Darby, so you know what kind of foolishness is finna happen tonight in the main event, quote unquote, co-main event, because the blood and gut situation really took everybody home and everything. But I was sitting up and saying to myself, ain't no way in the world Nick Wayne losing now. Like, you just already know. Swerve cost Darby, so you know dang well what's going to happen. He going to come back and try to do the same thing later on. But afterwards, Sammy G shook Darby's hand as a form of respect, because obviously Sammy was trying to win the match clean. He wasn't trying to cheat like DG and them, but he was trying to win it clean, and he know that Sammy's trying to go on the straight and narrow. So he understood that. That's why he shook his hand afterwards. So now here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Khan and them did the right thing. Now, more than likely, you already know, he's going to protect the mess out of Orange Cassidy. Why? Because that's his lover boy. I said it. He loves the mess out of OC. He loves the mess out of him. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you protect your champion if he's in a tag team match. Darby was the vulnerable one. He deserved to get pinned. That's smart booking. Unlike the idiotic decision that happened on NXT last night. No, you don't do no stupid booking like that. This was perfect. Darby gets pinned. OC and them are eliminated. Perfect. OC is protected. This is what I mean when I say protect your champion. It's not that difficult. It's not. If your champion is in a tag team match and it's a non-title match, your champion has no business getting pinned. I don't give a crap what company they're part of. I don't care if it's male, female. I don't care what show they're on. They should not be getting pinned until it's time for them to lose their championship. So we get a video package from Nick Wayne talking about his upbringing. So his father, obviously, I didn't know his father had passed away, but we got a video package from him talking about his father and everything, and talk about his mama and everything. He said that he really wanted to get into this wrestling business and he wanted to take this stuff serious. And they was truly giving him, the time, the airtime for people to actually understand, like, okay, so who is this Nick Wayne cat? And I got to give Tony Khan props on that. Why? Because a lot of people are not familiar with him. So what they did, they went back in time. They showed a whole lot of stuff. They got a lot of people to say, okay, you're not really familiar with this cat. We're going to introduce you to him. Like I said, and we're going to show you what he's capable of doing. So then we got Renee talking with Adam Cole, but he's on the phone. Oh, yeah. This. So Adam Cole on the phone trying to get in contact with MJF. MJF talk about some he can't do it and all that stuff. He's saying just clowning. They clowning left and right. So we get to the matchup. We get Adam Cole and MJF versus Big Bill Morrissey and Brian Cage. This matchup, for me, outside of Swerve, because Swerve and Nick Wayne stole the show. But before then, this was the match of the night right here. Now, obviously, you got two big men, so you know they're going to be slow. It's going to be slow and methodical. That's the name of the game. But the whole matchup was all story. The crowd, what was that at? Saskatoon, Canada, something like that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Saskatoon, I'll give them just a nod over Hamilton. I don't know if it's the mics or it's just them just not even giving a crap. I can't really tell you, because based on watching, they was loud as heck for this. And Max is finding a way to get over as a baby face. It just has me on the floor crying, laughing. I'm like, man, dude, you got the audience behind him and they cheering for him. He trying his best to do something with Big Bill. He can't do nothing with him. He can't do anything. Then Adam Cole tried to do something. He can't do nothing. So then Brian Cage coming in and just laying clowns out left and right. So Adam Cole and MJF are working like a true tag team. And I say, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the game is to tell a story and work together with somebody who you really don't like, but you figure out how to work together with them, is working. This tag team between Adam Cole and MJF is one of the best decisions Tony Khan has ever made, because this thing is over like a bug. It's over. It's over, man. I'm tuned in. They got me tuned in. They got me watching. And with all the shenanigans they was doing, with all the clowning, you got MJF out there trying to hawk up and all this goofy stuff. And him and Adam Cole found a way to get the victory. The crowd was behind it. They loved it. You got a "This is awesome" chant. So then afterwards, the two of them got on the mic. And they started talking about working together and all this stuff. And MJF said his little thing, what he had to say. Then Adam Cole said his thing. And they said their new slogan, which is, we're better than you, baby. And that's the new t-shirt that you can get on AEWshop.com. 1, 2, 3, they got it over. Fans are behind it. Fans are invested. They want to see where we're going. More than likely, you know where it's going. But, and I forgot to talk about it. Roderick Strong had caught Adam Cole backstage before they went to the matchup. And he was like, bro, do you really trust this guy? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, he said, man, look. He said, he's a nice guy. He's pretty cool, man. He said, and remember, when me and you first got together, we really didn't get along right away. Drew, because y'all remember before he joined in and before it became Undisputed Era, remember it was the War Games match. He was on the opposite side. And then talk about Roger Strong. And Roger Strong turned on, I think it was the two big guys. I forgot their names. I cannot think of their names right now. But he turned on them and he joined and then formed Undisputed Era. So he went back in time, let you know, before me and you got together, we kind of had our issues and everything. But he said he's a pretty cool cat. Well, during this whole time with them acting fool out there, they showed Roger Strong with the neck brace on, and Roger Strong just looked ticked. He looked jealous, and he understands that you can't trust a clown that's calling himself the devil. What he told the audience, he said, how many devil worships out here and all this stuff. Then he said, how many people? He said, do the thing. And he's like, Adam Cole, baby, all that stuff. Great segment. Absolutely great segment. So then we get Renee Paquette get ready to go into Chris Jericho's locker room, but Jake Hager comes out of nowhere. And so the two of them are talking, and Jake Hager looks at him. He said, man, so you really about to go through with this thing about joining Don? He said, well, I don't know, man. I got a big decision to make. Well, he said, man, look here. I would not have a career in AEW if it wasn't for you. I was in MMA for 4 years, and then you brought me over here. But if you leave, I really don't have a career here, man. So if you're not going to be 100 with me, man, I guess I really don't want to be in the group no more. So he gave it the hat. So I don't know what this means for Jake Hager. I don't know if this is the end, but I'm going to be 100% with you. Him being Chris Jericho's bodyguard was the best part of the beginning, but afterwards, him trying to do his own thing, it's just not cut, man. It's just not. But I didn't have a problem with this because this creates story. Jericho has to make up his mind on what he plans on doing, but it's because he hasn't made up his mind. He got to be upfront with him. Jake Hager, like, well, if you ain't making up your mind, then it's really no point in me still hanging around here. Because technically, if you think about it, he's the odd man out. DG and Sammy doing their thing in the tag team, and look at 2.0, they doing their thing. Now you also got to look at Anna J as well. So, but that's it. Like I said, the JAS really doesn't really serve its purpose anymore. Chris did what he was supposed to do with everybody. Now it's time for everybody, like I said, to spread their wings. Speaking of spreading their wings or swimming or sinking, another former AEW superstar has decided to move on, or contract was not resigned, and that is Brian Pillman Jr. It's truly time to sink or swim. And that what was it called? Blinds, Jocks. It was the Jocks. Something blinds. I forgot what it was, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The something blinds. It went somewhere, but it really didn't go anywhere. And then Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison apparently still on contract, but my man's Junior, Brian Pillman Jr. I mean, if you want to go to the E and try out in the E, I mean, by all means, try. Maybe he can make a name for himself over there. But like I say, it's right now AEW is in a phase of sink or swim. If you really truly want to get over, like I say, it's a twofold thing. Yeah, TK got to get behind you, but you also got to find a way to get yourself over too. And it was over for a little bit, but after a while, they just really didn't do nothing with it. And Julia Hart is the only one that's actually doing great outside of that group. Like I said, they was something school. It had something to do with the school. The something Blondes. I'm trying to think. I got the name Blondes. I forgot the other part of it, but it ain't working. It's just not working. So I wish the young man the best. But that's that segment. So I thought this was a pretty good segment. Then we get the women's matchup. We got Miss Ruby Soho taking on my main girl, Miss Sky Blue, for the Owen Hart Foundation tournament semis for the women's side of things. Now, you already know Tony and Sorrell is going to be out there. And guess what? They was doing their best to cheat. However, shout out to my man Stefan. Stefan seen them two girls acting and cutting up. He said, y'all need to get y'all behinds the heck up out of there. And they was acting shocked and said, like, what did we do? We didn't do anything. What did we do? No, yes, you did. You was trying to help your girl out. Cheating right in front of Stefan. And Stefan was smart. Told to kick y'all behinds out. So them girls had to go. So I said, if Solo plans on putting a big girl pants on and trying to win this match on her own, let's do it. Well, as she tried to do some, Sky Blue was basically manhandling her, doing what she needed to do until when she popped she body slammed her and her face hit the ground, and so hit the mat. So she was acting like she messed her nose up and everything. So she was trying to act as if she was hurt, but she used that to take advantage of it. And Blue's knee was basically the story of the match. So Blue had got a knee. I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was story related or she actually tweaked the knee for real. I don't know. But Blue's knee was basically the story afterwards, and that's what Soho took advantage of. She took advantage of it, finished the game. She won on her own, and she is moving on to the finals. Salute to Ruby Soho on winning, moving on, doing her thing. She didn't need her girls out there. She did not. Sky Blue didn't win. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going out on a limb. I think Ruby Soho is going to win this whole thing. I think it's scheduled for her to win. I could be wrong, and they'll give it to Willow because Willow ain't got no championship no more. So Willow going over. But I think Ruby Soho is destined to win the female Owen Hart Foundation tournament thing. That's what it feels like. So the girls came out there, they walked it back, and that was that. So I thought it was a pretty solid match. Not too crazy, whatever. But that's that. Then we get a video recap of everything that happened on this past episode of Collision. Basically refreshing your memory for the people who really didn't see it. I said, I like that. They keeping everybody tuned in and like what's going on, get ready for what's going to happen on this coming Saturday's episode. And then the worst thing on the entire show, they got QT and Harley Cameron doing a rap video trying to respond to the Acclaim. I said, Tony Khan, here you go again, trying to push this bull jive, cheesy foolishness that's not getting over. This ain't good. This is idiotic. This is stupid. You need your behind whoop for trying to put this on. This ain't going nowhere, man. Varsity Blondes, thank you. The Varsity Blondes, that was their name. This, hold on, my bad, y'all. This, hold on. Yeah, this foolishness ain't going anywhere. It's not. So many people are just, they like, it's cringe. And listen, man, look here. I already know what people gonna do. Don't you dare do this. Harley Quinn is a cool looking woman. She can actually sing for real. But her trying to sit up here and trying to rap, she can miss me with all that foolishness. This is terrible. So that they coming with a response. They're going to probably make a rap video. And more than likely, the Acclaim's rap video going to be 100% better than that. You already know. And speaking of which, Max Caster was online. He took the video from Sway. And I forgot the white lady that was on the show. She was trying to rap. And some dude called in and said, that stuff is trash. Get the heck off the airwaves or something like that. I said, yeah, you need to get this foolishness off TV because this is not working. It ain't going anywhere, but this is TK pushing this foolishness because he think this is great. This is not great. This is idiotic. Somewhere in the back, TK somewhere laughing, thinking that this is entertainment. No, this is stupid. This just kills the whole vibe of the show. I'm like, how in the world do you put this on and sit there and act like this is excellent TV? This is idiotic TV. Stupid. This just kills the whole vibe of a TV show. You don't want to do that. But that's Tony Khan, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he does. He does this idiotic booking. It's stupid. It's stupid, man. And then we get to this matchup. Nick Wayne versus Shane Strickland. Nick Wayne's mom was front row. She was sitting right there watching. Swerve came out there. Prince Nana was out there. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Wayne has some serious problems. And the crowd loved everything that was going on. He bust 2 moves back to back and made you think that Swerve was losing. I was like, this is crazy. It was crazy. They was doing something. My goodness, it was insane. I said, this was an excellent match. Excellent. So I'm sitting up here, I'm watching this, right? I said, okay. I said, Nick Wayne, and then guess who walked out? Darby. Darby walked out to the top of get your butt up, and he started cheering him on and clapping for him and everything. Because more than likely, Darby is Nick Wayne's mentor. It's no question. That's his mentor. Just like how Sting is Darby's mentor, Darby is Nick Wayne's mentor. So he came out there to cheer him on, to root for him, and it looked like Swerve was finna lose, but then put his foot on the doggone rope, got out, then he messed around, did this one move on him, and I said, ain't no way. Then, listen, let me tell y'all something. Swerve got one of the craziest kicks I've ever seen, and the way how he kick cats in the head, I don't know how fools don't be running around here with concussions as much he be kick. I say, man. I said, the way how he just be kicking fools in the head. I said, dog. I said, man, he just poop just out of nowhere. I said, dang. Then he did that move on the young man, and Swerve actually got the victory. And I said, wow, I can't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to know why I feel this way? It's because of how Tony Khan has constantly showed how Swerve Strickland is presented on the show. When I see Swerve and he has great matches, what's the result? The fool loses over and over and over again. So when I can constantly see that, in my mind, I say, oh, okay, Swerve's losing automatically. Because this is what Tony Khan has positioned, or he has positioned us to see on a regular basis. So I'm like, all right, Nick Wayne is going over easy. And especially with his mama sitting out there, I said, so then after the match, you seen his mama, right? She was all worried and upset and everything. Darby got in the ring to check on him. Swerve and Nana walked right past his mama, and he looked at her, and she just looked disgusted. I said, look here, man, that's a true heel right there. I said, if Tony Khan would actually, for a change, get behind Swerve, present this man as if he's a devious heel like he's supposed to be. First of all, he should be the AEW International Champion right now. Ain't nowhere in the world OC should still have that title. OC should be somewhere at home healing his wounds. But TK just trying to squeeze all the orange juice up out of him. The man is overexposed. He's overused. I respect the mess out of OC. I am an OC fan. For people who be thinking I don't hate OC at all, he's just overexposed. You see OC way too much. I'm like, we don't need OC on every episode. He should be at home chilling, resting up, getting his body ready so that he can go all in at all in. But no, TK, guess what TK gonna do? TK gonna wear this fool out so much. I don't know who the clown finna take that championship off of him, but it should have. I'm telling you, it should have been Swerve. Swerve should be right now as your current AEW International Champion. It should. He should have happened at the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. But no, Tony Khan's a clown. You know how he move. But I thought this matchup was great. It was great. The audience went nuts. They went crazy. Like I said, it was great. So then we got right into, they talked about all the shows going on. Saturday night is about to be, first of all, Saturday night finna be, we got Impact with Slammiversary. Slammiversary going down. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if I can watch that show. Because I got to see my girl Trinity 5-2 actually do what I think she can do. I believe she can beat Deonna Purrazzo for the Impact Knockouts Championship. But more than likely, when it's concerning us winning big championships, you always have to put calls to pause. You always have to, because you never know. You just never know. But I'm going to tune in to see, can she get it done? Can she get the championship? Can she beat her? I'm going to tune in. And word on the street is the main event. So I can't wait to see it. But I believe this Saturday is 6 hours of wrestling. 3 hours for Slammiversary. And then another 3 hours for AEW television with Collision and then Battle of the Bell 7. That's a lot of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to sit up here because I'm goofy like that. I'm going to try to see if I can watch all of it. So that means if I watch all of that, that means ain't nowhere in the world I'm doing a review on Saturday night, Sunday morning. I'll do a review on Sunday. If I go driving, I'll do it on Sunday night. But that's just, listen, trying to review Slammiversary, trying to review Collision, trying to review Battle of the I'll be somewhere toe out, woe up, tired, laid out somewhere. No. So we get Don Callis coming out there. Crowd boos the mess out of him. And he talks about who's going to be the fifth man. And as soon as he tries to talk, Kenny Omega comes out of nowhere. Crowd goes ape. They go nuts. So he come out there and he said, all right, whoever your dude's supposed to be, let's see who he is. All that. Next thing you know, Moxley and Takeshita come out of nowhere and beat the style out of him. And then Callis, he joins in and starts beating the bricks off him. So who come out of nowhere with a chair? Pac makes his epic return. And he starts beating the bricks off of Omega. I said, well, guess what? He has history with Omega. I said, this was a huge pickup. We've been asking, where the heck has Pac been? Pac been busy and went back to London and disappeared. I say, man, Pac is right on time. You know dang well we're not doing All In without that, man. Pac is the fifth official man. So they got Kenny Omega's head up in the chair. They about to do where you jump on a chair and try to break somebody's neck. And then here go Moxley talking about, you got any last words? He said, yeah, y'all got y'all fifth man, but don't forget, we got our fifth man too. Look at the screen, female dog. He called Moxley a B. So they put the screen on. We got the video package, and it's none other than who? Kota Ibushi is coming to Boston. That is where they're going to be at the TD Garden for Blood in the Guts. There's your 5-man team. You got the BCC with Pac versus the Elite with Kota Ibushi. That crowd went ape. They went nuts. Next thing you know, the Elite came out of nowhere to take them clowns out. They all started beating up. That's Hangman and the Bucks. Started beating the bricks off of him to get Kenny the heck up out of the chair so they wouldn't break his neck. And then you see Moxley just cussing up a storm, mad as heck. Just, Moxley just mad at the world. Just be mad at the world. And Kenny says his name. Choo-choo, goodbye, and good night. You know how you do. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Dynamite. I thought it was a solid show. Could have been better. But you know what? I think what TK and them was doing outside of the trash with Harley Cameron, I think they was trying their best to build up to next week. They were trying. It's still certain things that I would do differently. But overall, I thought it was a solid show. Just to continue to go hard in the paint. Go hard in the paint. Don't be goofy with it. Like I said, I'm surprised that my man Swerve won. I told you I had Nick Wayne winning. But Swerve actually got the victory, which is great. Kudos to TK for doing something right for a change. And we off to Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts, what is this? Blood and Guts 3 or is it Blood and Guts 4? It's 1 or 2. Yes, I think it's Blood and Guts 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't really have anything else to say. Like I said, I'm glad I was able to get through this because before I even started recording, I was actually yawning. I said, you know what? Let me get on here. Let me talk to y'all. And I told y'all I was coming back tonight. Honest review, I always try to keep it 100% when I go over these shows and everything. And I'll talk to y'all cats later. As we see, we actually grown. I didn't think we was growing. I thought cats was going to disappear because I actually had to tell the truth about what goes on over in the E-Land. But we 273 strong. That's great. Hey, keep it coming. You're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I will see y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.